Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Booking Cruises. My name is Krista Wiley. I am a double gold consultant here with Archer Evolution Travel. And today we are going to go over Virgin Voyages and different classes, how to book with them, the differences in their ships. So welcome. Let's get started. We are going to go ahead and go to let's see, we're going to, I know I'm registered with them. Let's figure out where I am with, I had to get a new computer. And so gradually I'm adding new, I'm adding them to my bookmarks. So let's do this the old fashioned way. Right, from beginning to end, get registered with them. Let's go to Travel Cafe. How many of you are booked for your free cruise on Virgin? Nobody? Is anybody? Gail, me, Jen, not yet. Christina, what? So you guys, back in February or January, rather, if we got registered with Virgin and completed our training by February 14th, we were given a complimentary cruise on Virgin Voyages. And so unfortunately, that time has passed. It was a very short-lived thing. Who knows? Maybe they'll come back out with it. But yeah, lots of people are scheduled for their complimentary cruise. I think they're like 4 or 5 day cruises. They're going to Bimini, to Dominican Republic, Costa Maya. I mean, they have longer cruises, but they're 4 or 5 days. All right, getting distracted. Let's see, cruise packages. Let's look up cruise packages. Let's get you all registered for Virgin if you're not already. Yeah, you guys had to be booked by the end of June. I believe it was the end of June. You had to have your cruise booked. All right, let's go to cruises. Cynthia, I feel ya. That was my issue as well. We actually had 2 to book and we didn't book either one. All right, so we went to cruise packages. Now we're going to go in here to find Virgin. Figured I might as well pull it up this direction. That way, for those of you that aren't registered, you guys can do it that way. Mostly, I just need the link to log in. Sabrina, that's a good question. It's kind of up in the air right now. Everything is like month-to-month basis with cruises. They'll tell you, like, they'll put out, and I can show you in a little while. Some of the cruise lines, what they do is they'll put like a notice on their site, and it will say, it'll say, you know, from this period to this period, this is the vaccination requirements. You know, and so that's the, you know, that's the going requirement for that period. You know, Royal Caribbean just rolled out their volunteers at sea. They had a 24-hour period where you could sign up as a volunteer to sea. And it was 2-night cruises on Royal, and they were either out of Seattle, Galveston, or Miami. And they literally were going to, everyone had to be vaccinated to go on volunteer to sea, but they were going to basically role play people as vaccinated versus non-vaccinated. What these cruise ships are doing is they're setting up areas, basically vaccinated areas on the ship and unvaccinated. So they're segregated unless there's outside areas, you know, where there's fresh air, then that's where people that were vaccinated and unvaccinated can hang out together. They're just playing a bunch of scenarios to see what's going on, you know, but as the world turns, you know, who knows, come, you know, January, February, March of next year, maybe vaccines won't be required. But for right now, as it stands, most cruise lines are requiring the vaccination. I believe the only 2 that have any no vaccine, you know, no vaccine requirement is Disney and Royal Caribbean, but that's not straight across the line. It's just hit and miss on cruise line, on specific cruises. And a lot of that has to do with their destinations. You know, Canada, they're requiring vaccines to go there. Different countries are requiring vaccines or tests and such. So they have to really just be careful of what countries they're voyaging to. Yeah, so Gail mentioned you. So when I went to book my Virgin Voyages, they and whatnot, they actually did tell you had to be vaccinated to go. I know that some places are saying you have to be vaccinated and you have to have a test. Again, you guys, who knows? You know, again, next month it could be something else. So I can't confirm or deny you know, what anything's going to be next month. All I know is all you can do is Google it and read up on their website. So anyways, come on board the cruise line by Richard Branson, yada, yada, yada. Click here to register as an agent. Again, you guys, we're going to right click, open in a new link. That way you guys can follow the instructions in order to get registered with them. Obviously, I'm already registered, so I can't do the registration process again. It's kind of funny. I was at a birthday party this weekend and or a gathering this weekend, and somebody said, "Oh yeah, I went to Hawaii. I had to get the vaccine," and I said, "Hawaii's not requiring the vaccine. They're requiring either the vaccine or a test." And she's like, she got all mad because she's like, "What? I didn't have to get it?" I was like, "No, that's why you should use a travel agent." Just had to plug that little piece in there. Line attempt was failed. Make sure. Hey, do you happen to have the MSC vendor contact from the convention? Maybe let me look in just a little bit. Let me see. Let me figure out how to log into my. All right. Apparently I got to redo my password. Can tell how much Virgin Voyages I book. First 30 minutes of this is going to be Krista figuring out her password.
Hi, Krista. This is Astra. Is there any way to enlarge the print on the screen? I can't recognize it at all.
Yeah, just give me a second because I'm just typing in my password.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, are you able to see the screen now?
Yeah, it says it's got first mates, but whatever is on the bottom I can't see, but at least I can see the first the headline, the header. Okay, I can see the header.
Because I'm at 100%. Does that make it a little better? I don't want to go too big where I blow out my screen. There you go.
This is much better.
Okay.
Yeah, I can put on my glasses. I can see it better.
No problem. All right.
And some binoculars.
Oh man. All right. All right. So
thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, somebody said they need help registering. So you click become a first mate, and then after directed to the new page, you're going to select become a first mate bubble, then click start registration, fill in personal information. Main agency number is going to be this number. Do not call this number. It is for reference only. Secondary number is going to be your phone number. Select bubble as preferred. And then email is your email. All right, let's see. So that's how you're going to get registered for that. All right. So now we are on the Virgin website here. And again, you guys, so Virgin is a new, they are a new way of cruising, right? Like they are an adults only ship. So that's one thing that is completely different from all other cruise lines. Virgin is 18 and over. They've brought a new, they've brought new things out when it comes to your beverage packages. On all other cruise lines, you can buy like an all-inclusive drink package, and that will include your beer, your alcohol, spirits, whatnot, specialty coffees. With Virgin Voyages, one of the things that Virgin Voyages has done is instead, basically, you're putting money down on a bar tab. So when you go to book your client, you can, they run specials for, if they pay $300, they'll give an extra 100. So they'd have $400 to spend on their bar tab. Now, the reason that Branson wanted to do this was because I don't know how many of you have ever been on a cruise ship and you're sitting there, you meet up a bunch of people and you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I want to buy a round of shots. Well, with the drink package, you could only buy a shot for yourself, and then you were having to pay cash, or you were having to pay individually for all of those other shots. Well, Branson didn't think that was acceptable, so he decided, you know what, I'm just going to basically have a bar tab. And when you blow through that bar tab, then you can buy, you can put more money on your bar tab, because he wanted people to be able to do that for each other. So that's one of the really neat things. For those of you that have done your Virgin Voyages training, you'll see that their rooms are unlike any other. I don't know if they're going to continue this, or with COVID, if it's still going to happen. But one of the things they talked about was having an iPad or some form of tablet in every room. That way, everything could be sent to the room digitally. You could have your schedules and whatnot. Obviously, it wasn't for you to walk around the ship with, but it was something in the room. But you guys can go through here. It'll explain the story, why it came to be, cabins and suites. They call everything a little bit different too. Events and gigs, voyage prep, eat and drink, our ship well-being. You guys can go through this. They have the different destinations right now. It's the Caribbean, Europe, and transatlantics. I believe they only have 2 ships that are currently out there, which is the Valiant Lady and the Scarlet Lady are the 2 cruise ships that they currently have. I know that they're going to be building more, but those are the 2 cruise ships that they have going right now. And you can go through the different itineraries. Branson did buy his own island, which is Bimini. And if you guys go through the training, you'll see that he's huge on champagne. And so Bimini is a form of champagne drink, I believe. If I remember correctly, it's basically like a peach Bimini and whatever, but I think the base is champagne. Anyways, so that's his island. Every cruise ship will stop either in Bimini, which is his island in the Caribbean, or it will stop at his island in the Mediterranean, and I can't remember the name of that one. But anyways, so his itinerary is a little bit different. He is something different with Virgin Voyages. Is they believe in early arrivals and late departures, so that way you guys can get the feeling of the nightlife wherever it is that you guys are going to. We can go through the policies. Commissions, let's take a look. That's important, right? Commissions, we all want to get paid. Let's see what kind of commissions they pay out. So the basics. Let's see, no nickel and diming. Our sailors told us they didn't want to be bothered with certain things on holiday. They don't mind paying a bit more, but expect better value for their money. We've included the things they told us were important in our price, which means they're happy and higher commission money for you. So eateries and basic bevies. So one of the things that they do is on other cruise ships, there's what's called specialty dining restaurants. With Virgin Voyages, there are no specialty restaurants. All of the restaurants are included. Basic bevies is, juices, waters, coffees, teas, and I believe soda is included on the basic bevies. They also have unlimited Wi-Fi that is included, as well as group fitness classes, and gratuities are always included in the price of the trip. So there's, not a whole lot of extra add-ons. He wanted to have a lot of those inclusivities. Nothing is excluded, no NCFs, onboard credit, pre-voyage sales, and voyage protection. All of our fares are fully commissionable, and so is anything you add onto the voyage to enhance a sailor's experience, with the exception of taxes and fees. Anything sold before the ship sails is fully commissionable and at a consistent percentage. So it helps for you guys to add onboard credit. It helps for you guys to add those drink packages, voyage protection, so on and so forth. Soak up the sum: 16% commission on voyage fares, no NCFs, 10% on all pre-voyage sales. Math doesn't lie, more is more. So here's going to be your ticket fare, your other holiday, Virgin Voyages, taxes and fees, estimated taxes and fees, pre-voyage, so on and so forth, deductions. Total dollars for you, 276, on them 370. So you can see that it just pays out. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this, but you guys can kind of go through here, do your training, and get a lot more information on those. So let's go ahead and go through the bookings, right? Let's look at their voyages, their itineraries that they have available. So very similar to every other, cruise line out there. You got to look and search and, let's see, additional booking information, 2 adults, club account, first name, last name. I don't want to do that. Voyages. Let's look up a voyage. So the brand. All right, ship. Oh, Resilient Ladies out too. So Resilient, Scarlet, and Valiant. Let's see, we want to go in, let's say we want to go December of this year. Destination. Let's say we want to go to the Caribbean. Port from, we'll leave that empty. Here's, again, I put December, so it auto-populated the December 1st to December 31st. Circle booking, I don't know what that is, but let's leave it. They want a 6 to 9 day. Minimum is 6, duration is 9. Promotion, it's going to give you all these different promotions. You guys can look into them. I mean, Savor, Sip, and See It All, Legs Up, Kickback, Let's Sail. They have over here $10 off May 2021, $10 off Wave 21, Bar Tab, Bar Loot Wave, Circle TC Cabin, On Us for Sweets, Pay in Full and Save, Sea Blazer, Shipload of Fun. Shipload of Love, fun, same thing. Anyways, they have all their Virgin free voyage fare, so on and so forth. You guys can choose your different promotions there, and search voyages. Oh, okay. Doesn't match anything. I did not put that much in there. Let's see. All right, there we go. Apparently they don't have the longer cruises right now. Okay, so you guys can see on here, these are the different cruises. They leave out of Miami. They're coming back to Miami. It has the price per room. So you have, this is similar to the other one, the other cruise lines, but it's going to show you here the promotion that's going on. It's going to show you the voyage name: Fire and Sunset Soirees, Riviera Maya, Dominican Days, Scarlet Caribbean Holiday, and Scarlet New Year's Ahoy. So let's say they wanted to go on a New Year's Eve cruise. You guys can click on here and kind of see what the itinerary is. So it leaves out of Miami, goes to Key West. It arrives at 8 a.m., is there till 5 p.m. Shows up on the Beach Club of Bimini. This is his island in the Bahamas. Gets there at 10 a.m. and you are there until 11:59. And then at sea at 12. And then on January 2nd, you are back in Miami. So again, this isn't really going to international. It's going to Key West and then his island in the Bahamas, which I guess technically is international, but it's not like going to Mexico, any of the Caribbean islands or anything like that. It's going to his island. Let's show you, let's see, Fire and Sunset Soiree. So I think that New Year's Eve one is basically a party on his island is what you're paying for. So this one, Miami, Key West, Day at Sea, Beach Club Bimini, and Miami again. See if I can find one. There we go. So this one leaves out of Miami. You're at sea. And this is the other thing. They leave their departures out of the port are late too. And then Cozumel, Playa del Carmen, Mexico. They're from 8 to almost midnight, you guys. So lots and lots of time for them to be in Cozumel, you know, enjoy the nightlife, not just the touristy hours. And then they're at the Beach Club Bimini again from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. And then back into Miami at 6:30 in the morning. All right, so let's go ahead. Dominican days. Let's look at this one. This is the other one that we haven't. So this one is going to go Miami to Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic. Beach Club of Bimini. Like I said, you guys, every one of his cruises stops on his island. You know, and I know that on some of his cruises, they actually have overnight stays at some of these ports as well. So Dominican Republic, they are there from 10 to 7. All right, so let's go ahead. And we are going to select this one. Let's just go with this cruise. And next, or continue, not next. I'm not trying to go to the next page. So this is where their rooms are super, super different. Their rooms, their sea terrace and below, it looks kind of like a studio. And then at night it's transformed into a bedroom. So they swing the couch cushions out, you know, they pull down bunk beds. It just really depends. But, you know, you have your mega Rockstar quarters, your Rockstar quarters. These ones are going to be, this one actually has a bed, has bathroom. I believe the bathroom is actually back here behind the bed. Obviously a price tag, pretty price tag goes with that as well. But remember, you guys, you're booking with their pocket, not ours. So don't ever let that number, you know, steer you off. The other really cool thing with their balconies, I'm going to click on this, maybe it'll show, is back here on their balcony, they actually have hammocks that Branson actually purchased from the Caribbean. They're home sewed, home weaved hammocks or swing chairs made in the Caribbean. A community made them, and he outfitted his entire cruise ships with them, always bringing it back local to the Bahamas. But as you guys can see, you know, their ships have bright colors. They are not your typical ships rooms, but you guys can see from here, it's like more like a couch to hang out on. And then at night, they swing this section out and it becomes a full-size bed. Now, if you guys are traveling, you know, maybe it's 2 best friends or 2 friends or something that are traveling and they don't want to share a bed, I know that they can also turn this into a single bed and this into a single bed. So that's an option as well. Here is that iPad tablet that I was talking to you about. It would sit here on the desk. Their bathrooms, they're pretty simplistic, but I do like, you know, storage and I don't know, it's just kind of neat. It's different. It's different than other cruise lines. Again, you have that hammock on the balcony. So this is what I was showing you guys. They, if you guys wanted to put 3, maybe there's 3 friends, they'll swing that couch out and then they'll put up padding on that section. Supposedly it's comfortable. I don't know anybody that's been on a Virgin Voyage cruise yet. So once our travel agents come back from there, then we'll be able to better get an idea of how that is. Now here's 4 again, swing that out, pad here, and then they can bring down that bunk bed from up top. So you guys are able to put 4 adult friends in one room if that is something they want to do. Just for fun, we're going to take a look at this mega Rockstar quarters. You know, this is the cream of the crop suite on this ship. So you know, looks like a lot of fun. Looks like a place I'd want to go hang out for. I don't know if it's somewhere I'd want to pay for, but someday. Anyways, lots of purples, Rockstar colors. You know, they have the bar. Going through here. I mean, you guys all know Virgin Voyages colors are red and purple. So the bathtub with a deep soaking tub. They have the marble showers. This is something that I think is really cool. They actually have a private spa out on their balcony. And then they're able to see out to the ocean. They have, again, the swinging hammocks, couches, chairs. So pretty neat. So, all right. And then they do go all the way down to the traditional inside cabin. They have the ocean view balcony. I would go junior suite versus any junior suite if you're, you know, comparing classes to other ships. So let's go ahead and show available categories. They have these different categories, and just like any other cruise line, they're going to have, you know, obviously the front and the back of the ship are going to be the least desirable. And so as you move your way into midship, it's going to get a little bit more pricier. The more wanted locations on the ship, those are obviously going to be a little bit more pricey as well. This also has, this top one has an extra large balcony. Yes, go take them out in there. So they have central sea terrace, LTD view, sea terrace, so on and so forth. So let's go ahead. We're going to one cabin and continue. So this is kind of neat. You know, there's different cruise lines out there. Some will let you book more than one cabin at a time. Others will only let you book one cabin at a time. So this is kind of neat. So if you had a group of people going, you know, this one holds 4, this holds 3 and 3. This is telling you how many cabins are still available on the cruise ship. So you could easily, you know, put in several more. I would also imagine that you could probably book in different categories at the same time. So if you wanted to book an oceanside and a balcony, you guys can select and hit continue. Now, as you go through here, it's going to show you, you know, here's your agency. You have 2 sailors, total cabins are 2, capacity is 2 in each. You can add your voyage protection on here. It says nothing booked, so it may be, okay, up here on voyage protection, we can add voyage protection, and it's going to show you what that voyage protection is for the room. $91 for adult 1 and $82 for adult 2. Now apparently I did not save. This is where you guys would put in your information, your client information, special requests. I don't know what kind of, let's see what kind of special requests they have. Accessible room, rollaway, Miami post-voyage request. You guys can put in if somebody has allergies to anything. If your clients are on BiPAP or CPAP, you know, they can bring in the specialized plugs for those, as well as, you know, just making sure that they have appropriate oxygen and whatnot for that. If they're blind or low vision, deaf or hard of hearing, diabetic, hearing interpreter, motorized scooter, oxygen, pregnancy, service animal, sharps disposal in cabin. So these are all really great things that you guys can add for your clients prior to their, this is where you can add on, is this an anniversary, bachelor party, bachelorette party, birthday, getting hitched, graduation, or honeymoon. Preferences, mega, rockstar, minibar. Remember, I told you guys in that one there is a minibar. They will specialize it similar to like the Genie on Royal Caribbean. I'm assuming that they will get your preferences here with that. You know, decline transfers, request transfers. You know, is this a back-to-back cruise? Interested in the air program, so adding airfare to the cruise. Special disembarkation, special embarkation, uplift financed booking. So you guys can find all of your special requests there. Our add-ons, you know, the gratuities, again, gratuities are already included. That's part of the Virgin Voyage thing for them. Sea Blazer Gift 2021. I have no idea what that is, but it's non-purchased. Apparently it's something that they're giving away for free. If it's free, it's for me. So that's pretty awesome as well. Shore things, this is going to be your excursions. Let's see, add items. Sometimes they don't have the excursions out quite yet. It may be a little too far in advance. Usually I know it's like 67 days in advance is usually when they start adding on those types of excursions. Onboard activities. They may not have those available yet either. Eateries. Oh, the one thing that I did not mention for you guys, that Virgin does not do buffets. They don't do buffets, and they do everything cooked to order. So everything is super fresh. They also believe they're very eco-friendly. And so they try to purchase local and fresh fruits and vegetables, and they also cook fresh to order. So that's a little bit different, differences with Virgin Voyages as well. So you guys can, you know, do things here. You can do your pre and post hotels, add hotel rooms here. And then your summary is going to give you the breakdown of the booking. So here is, you know, here's your information for the different cruises. But I'm not going to go too much farther. I think what I needed to do is actually put 4 people, because it looks like occupancy is 1 in each room, I think is what that says. So I think if you, you know, I'd have to, because I only put 2 people cruising, but then I chose 2 cabins. I think it just split it between the rooms. So, but I just wanted to see how that would affect, and if you guys could book those multiple cruises. All right. Sorry, guys. I did have the chat box move down. Let me go through any of these questions you may have on Virgin. Let's see. Yes, champagne. Okay, I was right. Don't hate me, Sarah. Let's see. Going on Colonel. I know, Sarah. Does anyone know where I can watch the, I will have these, I'm getting better with my recordings. I will record it. It is recording, and I will get that uploaded and the link sent out. Yes, yes, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, Sarah. Next platinum trip. Let's rock out. I'm admiring the space. Oh yeah, you guys, it's beautiful. Virgin, you know, they really wanted to be different. You know, it's not that other cruise lines aren't, you know, awesome. It's not anything like that, but it's just, you know, they wanted to set themselves, you know, if you guys have ever done anything Virgin before, like Virgin Air, one of the best flights I've ever taken was my flight from Australia to LAX, Sydney to LAX, and it was on Virgin, and it was the greatest flight of my life. I mean, 14 hours felt like nothing. Everything was included. It was beautiful. Oh yeah, junior suites are, I love, that's our junior suite and above is where we actually have a grand suite booked on Royal Caribbean is our next cruise. You know, okay, so Shauna asked, is it cheaper to get a hotel within the cruise package or separately booked? It really just depends. You know, I personally am I'm a huge advocate of booking as much as you possibly can through the cruise lines, and I will tell my my clients that I if I can book airfare through them, I will. If I can book transfers through them, I will. If I can book hotels through them, I will. Anything that I can possibly book through the cruise line, I absolutely will. And the reason is, is because they guarantee everything. So if your flight is late, say they decide not to do a pre-hotel, maybe they're flying in, early morning, they don't need to be on the ship until 5, but maybe something, something happens, but because they book their airfare through the cruise line, that the cruise line will make sure that they get to their ship. Now, if you decide to book airfare outside of the cruise line and their ship or their flight is delayed, their luggage is lost, or any of those other catastrophe type things, the cruise line isn't going to do anything to help, get them to the ship, get their luggage back to the ship or anything like that, unless they, either booked with the cruise line or they got that travel protection. So I always get travel protection, and I always book anything I possibly can through the cruise lines. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't get things cheaper, but what you're doing is paying for the guarantee. Same thing with excursions. You book your excursions through the cruise line, because if for some reason the bus breaks down in the middle of Jamaica, the cruise ship is going to wait for that excursion bus to come back. They won't leave you. Now, if you book with a third party and that bus breaks down, the cruise ship isn't going to wait for that bus to get back. So there's some, advantages of booking through the cruise line. And so I'll explain that to my client. Yeah, I can get you cheaper. However, there's no, reassurance behind booking, outside of the cruise line. Karen, with no buffets, I cannot remember, can a passenger order food up until midnight or so? So I believe that most cruise lines have 24-hour room service, but I believe there's like there is a fee between, usually most cruise ships have a fee between like midnight and 4 a.m. For room service or something like that. But I've never been on a cruise ship where you couldn't get some kind of snack 24 hours a day. So I'm sure same thing with Virgin, there's going to be somewhere. Virgin seems very personable with their services. I mean, the thing is that they're trying to elevate, right? They're an adults only cruise line. Everything about, like, again, if you guys have never experienced some form of Virgin something, whether it's his hotel, whether it's his airline, whether it's his cruise ship, he does so many, I mean, I don't even know if there's still a cell phone brand out there, but, I remember when Virgin, when his cell phones were out there, he always had, his cell phone brand was always the best cell phones, in the brand. He wants to be the best of the best, which is why he went to space, because he wants to be the first to do everything. I really want to cruise with them. Good point. No, thank you. Thanks. Gotta go. No problem, you guys. How do you guys, how do we verify the commission before finalize? It's with anything, it's going to show you on the final page, and I can't get you there, but it will show you your commissions. All right, you guys, any other questions with Virgin Voyages?